Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a product review, well a little one. We're going to have a little look at this. This is the Uschi Rosten, I hope I'm saying that right. The metal polishing powder. Now if you saw my last video you'll know that I was given this by, I forgot the guy's name, the guy who owns this company. Is his name Uschi? I don't know. But anyway, I was lucky enough to be given this as a free sample, and so I'm going to do a review on it right now. I've got the exhaust from my current F16, the 172nd Academy. Got the exhaust all painted up there and ready to rock and roll. So I thought we could use this on the nozzles here, on these raised bits, and see how we get along. So yes, this is my first live sort of doing something in front of camera review, so please forgive me if it's rubbish. Anyway, we'll turn the camera around and we'll have a look. So see you in a second. Alright, welcome back guys. So we've got the bench laid out in front of me here. I've just done a little test on the part of the intake, just on the sides, on a bit that won't be seen, just to get a little feel for it. And yeah, it seems really good. So here is all the paints that I used. Yes, it was a 50-50 mix of Mr. Hobby burnt iron with 50-50 flat black. So there is just the paint as is, and then when I turn it around to the bit that's had the metal applied to it, you can see there, definitely got more of a metal shine to it. Quite a strong effect, if I'm totally honest with you. That's with quite a bit of buffing. So yeah, so that's with the polishing powder applied, and that's without. So without and with. Right then, so let's crack on. There's the polishing powder, and again from Uschi Rosten, and it says polishing powder to be applied with a cotton bud. Prime the surface using a gloss or flat black base coat. The shine will be according to the gloss level in the base coat. Also consider variations in base colour, etc, etc. So we've got a, make sure my hands are clean, which they're not. So here is the nozzle ready to go. Now then, this bit I do not want to touch because that's a different colour. It's just this nozzle, it's just this end piece that we're talking about. So get a clean cotton bud so it's a fair test. Some on the bud, and if I just push it along there, oh, that's a very interesting effect. And now then, if I take a clean bud, I'm not sure if you can see this just yet, but then I'll just pull it back a little bit, puff it back. Now then, let's see if we can see the difference. So those ones have not had the powder on, and those two there have no powder. Try and get it so the light doesn't affect it too much. See if I can come in a bit closer, you might be able to see. Ah, there we go. So this one and this one have had the powder, and the rest haven't. Oh yeah, that stands out really well, doesn't it? I'm quite happy with that. So, and it is literally the most simple thing in the world to apply. So let's just keep on going around. I'll do half and half. It shouldn't take terribly long. This is a very hassle-free product. And I'll tell you something as well. A little bit goes a long way. I mean, I've not had to read up yet, just for now. So, and it's merely just the merest amount on the end of the bud. Just dab it on where you want it and polish it in, blowing off the excess. Again, I think this is very similar to the to using pencil shavings like graphite, but obviously this is much more convenient because it means you haven't got to go through all the bother of grinding down your own pencils, and it gives a much more consistent result as well. Yeah, so far this is going very well. So I'm almost round to the side now. In fact, I'll stop there and just buff these ones up and I'll show you. Oh yes. Right, so if we start there, now these ones, the ones you're looking at right there, have not had the treatment. And if we spin it around, you'll start to see that those ones have. Can you see the difference? No coating, coating, and it's just stuck to the raised tops. Because this is quite an embossed part, that has worked with it, and then we'll come back where you can see clearly there. And then, so let me just go back and finish these last ones, and then I'll give you my final thoughts, because a lot of products that you seem to get for modelling make big claims, or they require quite a lot of practice to get right. But as you can see, I'm just literally taking some, following the instructions on the back of the pack, and brushing it on with a cotton bud, and then just with a clean bud, just go and buff it up a little bit. And I'm sure if you moistened this, you could tone it down, or if you messed about with the ratios of the paint. So I think that's what makes the biggest difference with this product, the base colour that you're putting it onto. I'm sure that if I put it onto this one, this other colour here, it would make an even bigger difference. Or it'd come up with a different colour rather, should I say. Right. I am very happy with that. I think that looks fantastic. So, there we go. Brushed with the Uschi van der Rosten metal polishing powder. And then we can see on the inside, a little benefit of this is quite dark, you might be able to pick this up. But on the inside, the colour is the same as it was, so now it's darker on the inside than the outside. It's got a nice, giving it some variation. Yes, I think that's worked an absolute treat. I'm really happy with that. Right, and I mean, there's going to be you'll not run out of this in a long time. I've used hardly any there, and as you can see, there's not really much mess involved either. I think the hands are fairly clean. It does come off slightly on the finger, so you could probably go and tone that down as well if you wanted, just by rubbing it with your finger. I will also have to, and I should imagine that if you brush painted your gloss or your clear coat or whatever on, you would probably lose some of it, just like you do with pastels. But I'll be airbrushing that. I'll be airbrushing the gloss, the matte coat, or whatever coat I choose to go for. So we shouldn't have any dramas. But there you go. My review. And yes, very impressed. Right, I'll spin the camera around. See you in a minute. Right, cheers for watching that, guys. My very first experience with the product, and yeah, I think that's really good. Could not be easier to use. I can think of loads of applications. I mean, obviously I've done it on the modern jet exhaust nozzle there, but I'm thinking, well, any metal you want, natural metal finishes, landing gear, weapons, anything, any metal. And I do think it'd be worth playing around with that base colour to change the different shines and the different colours it has. But yeah, I would give that a good thumbs up. Definitely a thumbs up. Is it essential? I don't know, because like I say, you can use a pencil and shave it down to get the fine graphite powder and do the same thing. Is it as good? No, I don't think so, because this you don't have to do any of that. It's here waiting for you. You get loads, so there's probably a couple of pencils worth in there, I'd have thought. And it's the professional product as opposed to just doing it yourself. So yeah, I'm quietly impressed with that, and I think it has done a spiffing job on that. Yeah. Okay guys, well that's my review. Hope you enjoyed that, and catch you next time.